Hello and welcome to another quick review on my channel. My name is Sindriv and today we will be going over the Persona 5 sequel, Persona 5 Strikers. Now you may be asking, why are you reviewing the sequel instead of the first one? Well, fellow viewer, bad news is that I already played too much of the first game to give me a solid review and an unbiased review. With that being said, this game being the sequel, I had many hopes going into this game and hoping it would live up to what I expect from this game. The gameplay is much different from the previous installments from the Persona franchise. This game focuses on gameplay aspects with games similar such as Fire Emblem Warriors or the recent Final Fantasy VII Remake. Little disclaimers before we go onto the different sections of these gaming characters. I will be going only over the new characters that were introduced into the team and major players into the endgame. So without further ado, welcome to Persona 5 Strikers review. Starting off the list of characters that were first introduced to us in this game, first of all, Sophia. First, let's start off with her one and only design. Sophia'S design is very simple, a white long shirt. She also has long boots and a black shorts to accompany her long white shirt. Now the most interesting part of the design that stands out to me the most is the hair. Her hair consists of floating heart hair pieces that slowly get smaller the further you go until it disappears. It's a very cool and unexpected choice to go with, but it works well with her personality. The three main colors that go off her is the white, black, and red, all assimilate into a nice pattern that is not hard to look at and enjoy it. Her Phantom Thieves outfit is the same, only the difference is that her codename is not Sophia but Sophie now, and her white long shirt now wraps around her head and shows a visor on it. The weapon of her choice is the yo-yo, which in my opinion was an okay option, not really the best, but not the worst. Now her personality is the thing that changes the most, which to me at the end of the game completely destroyed me, so obviously spoilers here. From her becoming an innocent AI trying to learn the heart to the end where she finally understands the heart and scolds Ichinose for trying to get someone else to understand the heart, she could have done it herself. Solo Sophia going with Ichinose at the end of the game made me sad since I wanted her to stay with Joker, but it makes sense for her to join her journey. Well, to wrap up the characters of Sophie, she is my favorite character of this game, and I will advise anyone and everyone to play this game just for her, since her little talks with Joker talking about the heart and experiences was single-handedly the best moments of the game. Second on the list of new important characters is Zenkichi. Zenkichi's design to me is very much the modern take of police in the world right now, with the suit and sports shoes to have mobility, an all-around black design with some hints of other colors to make it a cool design to look at. Now when Zenkichi's persona is revealed to us, I love his design there even more with his codename Wolf. The much sleek design of his coat, or the suit, or the excessive number of belts on him is awesome. The over-the-top hat brings it all together with his dual revolvers, which, let's be honest, someone that has dual revolvers has just one of the best designs period. His personality doesn't really show at the beginning of the game. As we get closer and closer to him, we get to know of what plagues him and such problems. He ends up being a dog of the police force, and was forced to not take in his wife's killer because he has the power to stop it. It shows his jealousy of not being able to go a short route and get justice, such as the Phantom Thieves are able to without very little questions. He may seem at first untrustworthy. He is actually transparent and he has no hidden motives. Whenever he is in a situation with the thieves, his comical side shows up. His serious side also shows up when it comes to his family, especially with his daughter Akane, who in this game gets manipulated to become an enemy and is the main reason Wolf is able to awaken his persona to save her.
You're right. The real threat is still out there. Those who ruin lives and tear families apart without a second thought. How stupid have I been? My own daughter tells me how to do my job. And then these kids start lecturing me? I may not be a hero, and I sure as hell don't deserve any awards. But at least I know what makes a person evil. Evil only cares about itself. It's the mark of a man who would bring another to ruin and dare not show remorse. I will never let people like that go free. And I'll give everything I have to bring them down!
Do you finally see the truth? Do you know the true face of the guilty? They condemn the good to slavery, pretend they do not see their agony, just as you once did. But Another story must begin. Now, show your jailers that you will wear a different chain. I am thou. Thou art I. If you yet seek true justice, we will see it done.
Fine. Seal the contract.
For real? I know what I have to do now. Condemn the evil and hunt them down.
What the? What happened to my clothes? Oh, am I finally losing my marbles?
He's a very nice addition to the team, and I'm glad he was able to join our journey and help us fight the crime, just like the way he wanted to. Emma is not a person, but an app who turns out to be a false god who in this game is the replica of the Holy Grail in the first game. Except this time, this god takes people's desires and hopes to shape a world where people don't have to worry about a thing, will not have to worry about making choices for themselves, and it will make it for them. More on that later. Ichinose is introduced to us as a fan of the Phantom Thieves. She overhears us talking and decides not to tell on us. Ironically, she's the creator of Emma and is willing to help throughout the story. More spoilers ahead. She is really behind everything, and she is one of the final bosses that we have to face with. After defeating her, she escapes with us. She is a heartless person with no feelings for other people, but once confronted by Sophia, turns out to be an emotional person who relied on her own creation to find out what a heart is when she could have done it herself. She felt suffocated by her being lonely, that she couldn't be able to help herself when it came down to it. At the end of it, she is just jealous of people having emotions, tries to get some with the help of Sophia at the end of the journey. Two go off together. This game takes months after the first game when it hits summer vacation and they meet up with the Phantom Thief. They plan a celebration but decide on another day since they may be tired. That night though, we meet Lavenza, which is not a good sign since we haven't seen her in months. It is told to us that a great calamity is coming towards us, and that she regrets that our help is not over, that she needs us to help solve this problem. We soon get the app Emma, and after meeting our first monarch, Alice, she gives us her keyword to add to her friend, Icon. Boom, we are in the jails of the monarch. Soon, after getting out of Alice's grasp, we tell our team what we have found, and at first they don't believe us. But once we reveal Sophia, they begin to believe us. We go on with trying to go through the jail fighting shadows till we reach the bird cages, which are items that are important to a monarch. After collecting the items in the bird cages, we go to the final room in which they are trapped by a bird cage, which is really their trauma and disdainful experiences. For them to get past this, they need to fight their past in places where it's known to have happened, such as schools, foreign home, and all different places. After they fight her past trauma, we finally do what the Phantom Thieves are known for, calling card. Alice's calling card is one of the best for this game, and let me show you a little snippet.
Perhaps you remember us.
We are the Phantom Thieves. And we're back in action with a new heart in our sights. A wicked witch who treats people like toys. Alice Hiragi. You pretend you're a ray of light, but all you do is hurt people to indulge your own darkness. You're a bad person, and bad people have to be stopped. And all those desires you stole.
Tonight, we're taking them all back.
What in the... Phantom Thieves? Taking my desire? All the desires I've collected? No, you can't! I need those! That's what makes me the monarch! I need those to... Without those, Alright. I'll wait for you. I don't want toys that don't do as they're told. I'll smash you for certain this time.
It is then that we are able to get into Alice's room and fight her. After said fight, we soon release all of the desires that she had collected. Oh yeah, desires. Desires are what make people make choices in life, so when a monarch takes a person's desire, it makes them brain dead and not be able to be brainwashed into doing whatever monarch wants, such as fame and popularity. With our first monarch out of the way, we go on to fight other monarchs. While fighting all these monarchs, we are followed by Zenkichi and get closer to him to prove our innocence. It is then told that he is helping us but also backstabbing us so we can get arrested while helping him. We learn that there is someone else tracking our progress in the background and is collecting information while we defeat the monarch. The company Madis is the current owner of Emma, is controlling it and keeping it up. We then meet one more important character, which is of course Huan Ichinose. He was the previous creator of Emma but sold it off since she didn't want to hold on to it anymore. She learns of the actual fantasies and helps them with their journey, making requests along the way. The more cities we go along, the more monarchs and the more time we get to be with friends. After every monarch, Sophia is learning more and more about the heart, becoming more heartfelt with the group. At the beginning she was very cold, but halfway she is laughing more and being sympathetic, but still unknown to some of her feelings are mine. We're going to take a quick detour into one of the monarchs, which we learned was forced to become one because of the CEO of Mattis. It is the daughter of Zenkichi, Akane. We have met her before, a long time as a way to introduce her. Once we found out that she was forced to become a monarch simply because they could, we helped solve their relationship, considering the mother's death and no subsequent action to capture the killer. After this monarch, we reach one of the last monarchs, the CEO of Mattis. Once we defeat him, there's a looming presence in the air since Emma was meant to be shut down, but never went down. It is then revealed to us that they are actually the last monarch, but for us to reach them, we need to fight Ichinose. She's truly the one behind this, since she was recruited by her own creation, Emma, to create a world with no decisions. She reveals that she also created Sophia to find what a heart stands for and controls her to fight us. In a last-ditch effort, Sophia, she stops herself and falls into the pits. Do not harm us. Ichinose, in the meantime, was charging a blast, sent us as well to the pits. Sophia is now unconscious till we reach the top, where we once again challenge Ichinose with Futaba trying to hack her. It all comes to a point where Futaba fails at hacking her, and Ichinose sends a blast to us, but in the nick of time, Sophia wakes up and blocks it. She then refuses her own creator's commands and decides for herself. Is then where she wants, you know what, I think I'll let her say it.
Yes, I want to change. The power to change. I've got it now. That's what a heart is.
What are you talking about?
Ichinose, you made me out of nothing. A thinking being designed to obey you. That may have been the reason for my birth, but if your order is to harm my friends, then I refuse your command! I want my own, so please. I want a heart strong enough to choose my own path.
Can you wield that strength? Dare you unleash catastrophe upon this world? Can you cling to the paltry hope that remains? Is the puppet ready to cut her own strings? Shall the doll seize her own destiny? Then you need only call my name. I am thou. Thou art I. My name is
That's crazy!
Huan Ichinose, your desires have been twisted. And I'll be the one to take them. I'm not your doll anymore.
We then fight Emma for our last fight in the game. We split into 3 groups to fight this humongous beast. Once we are done with this fight, all of the desires for society are released, and we are able to go home. But there's something wrong with Sophia, which is, what is her path in life? What is she meant to do now since she has helped us reach our end? We will return to this after we find out that everything is going to plan with Zenkichi finally arresting Awada for killing his partner and many other illegal actions. We party one last time with a fan of thieves as we celebrate the time we had together, but the question still lingers, and Sophia asks us what she's going to do now. Before we leave the group, Sophia asks if she can join in on me and Morgana's journey, and of course it's a welcome gift. We get a call from Ichinose to ask to meet her one more time. We all go to see her, and it's there that we learn that she tried to turn herself in and Zenkichi saves her by not letting her. She then goes on her own journey to find her own heart since she had given up before, and this is when Sophia knows what her goal is in life. She goes with Ichinose to help her find her heart, and that is when we get the final scene of the game.
Well, all things considered,
Have fun,
it was a
Sophia.
fun summer
Dad.
vacation.
Let's keep at it, Sophia. You know you can call anytime.
You'll always be a friend to us. Yeah.
Thank you all. I promise. I won't forget you or our time together. We'll meet again.
Yeah, no matter what.
Okay, no matter what.
Goodbye.
My earliest memory.
So you may be asking, what are my personal thoughts on this game? Well, this is an amazing sequel to an amazing game. All the characters are interesting and I may have found a new gameplay that I enjoy. Overall, I really love this game and I will totally play this game again. And I recommend it to anyone that can get their hands on it. One thing that I didn't mention in the entire review is that obviously the music for this game is outstanding. At least 80% of the OSTs that were played in the game found their way into my playlist and it is staying there. Apart from that, I really enjoyed the game and I would give it a solid 3 out of 10. I'm obviously joking, it's a 9 out of 10. There are some inconsistencies, but nothing you can't overlook. So all in all, this was an amazing experience. This has been Sindriv, and I hope you're all having an amazing day. So please like and subscribe.